All right, let's try this again. I got interrupted by my neighbor building a house over here. First time I ever met him. He's a foreign guy named Dia. And turns out he owns 30 acres right behind me. I just got permission to go walking and stumping on it, so that's pretty cool. But like I was saying, I follow Joe a lot and all his teachings of mechanoreceptive triggers, even though I know some people think they're the devil. It's really helped me a long ways as far as coming from target panic. And y'all know I've shot feather to nose forever. And as good as that's helped me make strides in the way I shoot and how I shoot, I really feel, and that sun just come out and it's killing me. Let me turn around this way. That reflection of that grill is killing me. And I really feel that a grip sear would be a more accurate way for me to shoot, for one of two reasons. For the first reason, before I really learned anything about biomechanics, I had an expanding release. I heard about a clicker from, I don't even know who I heard a clicker about from, read it on one of the trad talk pages or something, so I threw one on, and for probably the first 6 months of using it, I was expanding all wrong. I wasn't using the right muscles, pulling with my shoulder, and my poor shoulders about gave out sometimes. So instead of causing it more damage and more injury, I think a grip sear would be less abrasive on it, and it would give me a more accurate release. So I am here to dedicate 1,000 arrows to the grip sear. I've tried it before, a couple days here and there, no longer than a week, and anything new is gonna show a set of challenges. But I'm gonna dedicate 1,000 arrows to it. I'm gonna try to get it all either on live video or video of some sort. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna try to do anywhere from 50 to 100 arrows a day, over the course of 10 days, or longer if it's just 50 arrows. But I'm gonna try to capture it all so you can see progression, so you can see the idiosyncrasies of how I advance with it, because it's gonna start out looking kind of newbie, like I'm a newbie, but because it's different. It's a whole different mindset of having mental capacity to pull back to a feather, to actually already being locked back and getting that blueprint of being locked back, to searing off, thinking about the front sear instead of thinking about pulling back. So it's the same, but it's different. And so I want to document it so you can see the progression. And maybe it's for you, maybe it ain't, but I believe in them, and I'm going to continue with it, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to step back here. I'm going to fire off my quiver of arrows here at about 20 to 25 yards, and hope you enjoy. The name of the game for these first 1,000 arrows is not really accuracy, but more proficiency of dialing down the shot process for the new way to shoot. So there's going to be some really tight groups, and there's going to be some groups that aren't so tight, but that's okay. It's all the same though. A shot process is a shot process, and I'm still running this the same way as I did my other. My first step is to anchor. My second step is to aim or set my gap or sight picture. And the third step is to run my sear or to expand to the feather. Now I can tell you that first arrow went off flawlessly. That second arrow I just shot, I did rush the sear a little bit. Sometimes I'll get a little punchy with it, then I have to dial back, I have to settle back down, and I have to really get mental control, which is easy to say, but not always easy to do. really good arrow. I just about shafted my first arrow right in the middle of the insert. It's the third time I've done that today. I might have to start shooting spot targets. Wouldn't that be nice? These shots are all about 21, 22 yards. All right, there's my first 4 arrows set. I'll set my bow down here if I can get it off of my, I'm using that finger sling, so it takes me a second to get it off. I'll walk it in there and show you my group and show you what mental control versus rushing a sear look like. Now I've shot 2 groups before the video just to warm up, stretch the muscles. But here you go, let me show you something. This is day 1. These 3 arrows, my first, my third, and my last. This is the one I told you that I rushed the sear, I punched the sear. These are the ones. I totally believe a static, not really a static release, but it's more of a, it's not a moving, expanding release. I'm already at anchor. I lock back and get locked in, and then everything works off the front hand. If you'll go look at Joel's stuff, if you'll go subscribe to his stuff, he explains it in a lot more detail, and I'm not trying to give away anything else. I'm not going to go into detail about it. That's Joel. I'm just telling you what I'm working on, and I want to take you through my journey to show you just the differences from feather to nose to like a grit sear and how they can affect an archer of my level, which I'm not really that high of a level, but I've progressed greatly over the last probably 6 months. And I contribute a lot of that to Mr. Turner and what he's preaching. So maybe it's for you, maybe it ain't. That's cool. There's more than one way to skin a cat in archery, and that's why I love it so much, is the ability to do things differently and achieve the same goals. So I'm gonna shoot another group here. Hopefully you can get it. I want to try to step out to about 25 yards. Turn a little bit more that way. Pretty sure I'm still on camera. I'm about 24. I don't think I'd be on camera if I tried to go any farther. Something that I have realized is while shooting this method, my gaps have changed a little bit. So whereas my gaps, say at 25 yards, I was 2 or 3 inches before, now that I'm at full bore and I'm all the way extended and I'm not getting any little collapse in my release and stuff like that. Everything's pretty much, my gaps have grown a little bit, so I think I'm getting a little more draw length out of it. So how I'm doing it, if I can do this on video, is I'm still touching the feather to my nose, so it gives me a sense of kind of like a backstop or draw check, as you were. So when I come back to anchor, I'll come back, I'll set my anchor, and then when I lock in, I'll lock in and pull that feather to touch my nose. And I try to consciously think about keeping that feather on my nose through the entirety of the shot process. That tells me that I never collapsed and that it's taken off from the same spot every time. tell you my 25 to 24, 25 yard gap's grown significantly. It's almost like my 20 yard gap before. So all I'm doing now is just shooting for that first arrow. I'm grouping off the first arrow I hit. That way I don't really concentrate on aiming much as I do shot process. Take you down there and show you this group. Now it's going to be high from where I was shooting before, but my gap's grown so much I got to relearn those at my distances. So not as good as the first, but every one of them were a controlled shot. Pull these out. Well, I'm at 11 minutes on this video. It's going to take forever to download. So I'm going to cut it off there and come back to you tomorrow with another couple of groups. I don't think I'm going to get all 1,000 arrows on video, but I'll get them close. But anyway, y'all have any questions, send me a PM, shoot me a message. I'll be glad to help any way I can. Go check Joel Turner out, Shot IQ. Check out Solid Archery Mechanics with Mr. Tom Clum Sr. Those two combined can make your archery world a whole lot better. This is Paul signing out. Y'all shoot straight. God bless.